I read a lot of books, I make a lot of lists, and I'm giving you this list. It is five books you should read if you want to make money as a creative person. You don't have to accept this, you can reject it, but reject it at your own peril. So this list is a list that's based on mostly mindset. So if you have read any books or seen any list about things you should read about making money or anything like that, you may have come across these books before. And there's a reason why you come across them before, because they are really classic books. And I really suggest that if you're starting off in your creative journey, or if you're stuck in your creative journey, you're having a hard time making money, these books are really great about mindset and getting yourself in the right mindset as a creative person, as a creative business person, as a happy creative business person, to go out and make money with your art. All right, so here's my list. So number one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, I know if you've been around, you've probably heard about this book. It's a book, it's basically the first one you should read in understanding how money works. And it explains how the idea of money and the gamification of money. And if you understand how the game works, and if you apply the knowledge, I'm just saying, understanding it and apply the knowledge of what you understand how money works, it will make your creative life a lot easier. Number two, You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. It's about the mindset of being okay with being driven to going out and making money for what you do. Making money is not an evil thing to do. We've been learned that, making money is the devil, or money is the root of all evil, all these things. Understand this. Money is just a tool. That's my opinion. It's just a tool. So I could take a hammer and build a house with it, or I could take a hammer and hit an old lady in the head with it. It's still a hammer. The hammer is not evil. It's what I chose to do with it. And money is the same way. I mean, we look at Mr. Beast, and look at all the great work Mr. Beast is doing. He makes all this money, does great work with his tool that he got.
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video.
You just witnessed a small village in Kenya get access to unlimited clean drinking water.
So you decide how you want to use your money. So don't be afraid of making money, and don't be afraid of going after making money. Don't hurt people, don't be unethical, don't cheat people. It's okay to have a drive to say, I've created this artwork, I use my talent and my hard work to get it and to create this artwork, and I want to use my talent and hard work to make money at it. And don't be afraid or ashamed to say, I created it, it's worth this much money, I'm selling for this much money, and not be shy about feeling like you have to take less. Number three, another classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So this is about how to win friends and influence people. It's really about learning how to engage people, how to interact with people, how to deal with people, how to be a person that you can, when you talk to people, they walk away from you feeling positive about who you are and the things that you're doing. And for me, this was a book that I really needed to read at the time I read it. I read it years ago. I had to learn to, I'm gonna say this, behave in a way that society finds acceptable, so that I could be around people and get people to listen to me, because I had things that I thought were great to tell and show. And the only way to get people to listen to hear what I have to say is to behave in a way that would engage them to want to talk to me. So that does not mean that I stop being who I am or pretending to be who I am. I just present the best version of myself that's most digestible to the public, so that I can share with people the things I want to share. As a kid, kids that sit around talking about football, right?
Their ground game, and that meant Wilbert Montgomery.
And talking about football and the quarterback and the running back and Ron Jaworski and going to the Super Bowl, all the stuff people talked about, about football in Philadelphia. And out of the blue, I would say something like, what if people play football with jetpacks on? So in my mind, I'm being a part of the conversation, but in their mind, like, what in the world are you talking about? We're talking about football. We're talking about jetpacks. What the heck is the matter with you? If you want to be part of the conversation, then you have to understand what they're talking about, read the room, and then you present the best version of yourself in that conversation, the best version of yourself in that environment. And How to Win Friends and Influence People hones in on that. Number four, and I talked about this book before, The Little Red Book of Selling by Jeffrey Gitomer. This book really talks about trying to be not a fake friend, but being a friendly, open, genuine person, and presenting what you do to people, and presenting it in a way that makes people want to buy the stuff that you have. Because the one thing he talks about in this book a lot, he said, like, people don't like to be sold, but they like to buy. And if they want to buy something, they'd rather buy it from a friend than buy it from a stranger. And the good thing about this book is, aside from mindset, it really does breaks down some very simple how to actually do it. Like, so there's a lot of nuts and bolts about here. Do this. This is what you need to do to make sales. This is what you do to get people interested in what you're doing. Last one, number 5, Purple Cow. So this book is about advertising. This is from Seth Godin. So there is so much noise out here in the world anymore. You know, you're being advertised to relentlessly every single day. Every time you turn around, you're being advertised to the point that you don't even see it anymore. It's like living under train tracks. If you live under train tracks, you stop hearing the train after a while. Like after a while, it's like, you know, you don't hear the train. The train just goes by. It's just part of your everyday life. That's what advertising is in our society anymore. It's just everywhere. And so it's so hard to stand out anymore. So Purple Cow is about if you were writing, the idea from the title comes from, if you were riding like, say, you know, out in the middle of the country, and you see a bunch of cows and a purple one is sitting out in the middle of a field, you say, wow, that was a purple cow. It would stop everything you were just watching, what you would forget about, and that cow would stand out. So this is about say transforming your business, your brand, your idea, how to advertise what you do, and try to be that purple cow, how to do something that's going to stand out. And standing out does not mean being the loudest. And because a lot of people think the idea of like, well, if I just louder than the last guy, then I can stand out. But that's not really an effective strategy, just trying to be louder than the person before you because everyone's yelling. Now I know what you're thinking. Wow, that was a great list, right? Like that, you should like the video because it was such a great list. You know, I would like it if you would like the video so that we can, the algorithm will share this with other creative folks in our world. And if you want to subscribe, I'm just saying, if you want to, I would really like it if you would do that. If you want to, no pressure, no high sales pressure. If you like to subscribe, I would like you to do that. And if you want to comment and ask questions, please do, because I do answer comments and questions. So thank you guys. I will see you in the next video.